Welcome to my channel. I'm sure you already saw by the title, but in today's video we're going to be talking about the Cookie Tin palette from Kara Beauty. Stay tuned to see my thoughts on this palette. I just realized I know I look crazy. I did end up doing 2 looks. I will be doing a third for my short and TikTok stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get on started. So real quick, some fun facts about this palette is this palette does retail for $23. I am on their website currently. It is actually the weekend of like Black Friday as I'm filming this, so it doesn't appear to be on sale for Black Friday, but I don't know. So $23 is their regular price, which I do feel like is a fair price for this product and everything that you are getting. Let's just go ahead and show you inside. You will see I did go ahead and already pull up the sponge, so you will see that as we get into the tutorial, but this is what this sucker does look like. It does, of course, come with some brushes, a little sponge. It is super mini, so do not get mistaken, think it is a full size. And then one thing that is nice on the back of the palette, it does have a heart on each of the shades. It means it's an eyeshadow, and a star means it's a pressed pigment. I think that's actually pretty cool. I think it's nice that they kind of point out if you are sensitive to the ingredients in pressed pigments. I'm very happy that they let you know which one is which versus just saying, oh, this is just a pressed pan kind of situation. But let's go ahead and just jump on in. So I will be starting off with the tutorial. So just taking our little palette here, I am going to remove our little insert. This is, of course, how it comes. This is the little sponge. It is so small, so teeny and cute, but we are gonna go ahead and use it today just to test it out. So I do have some water here. I'm just going to, I just want to see if it does grow. So it is growing. It's actually like really cute. This is what it looks like grown. So you can see it's basically doubled in size. You might be able to use it as a face sponge, but it is pretty small. Here, this is, sorry, mine's like really dirty, but this is the Real Technique sponge. This doesn't really have much water left in it. In comparison, you can see this is much smaller, but still wanted to test it out just to see what I think of the consistency of it. I'm gonna put on a little bit of my foundation. Start to stamp. I feel like I've seen little sponges, not in this shape, but Beauty Blender used to have one, right? That was like really small. All I will definitely say by stamping it like this, I'm not really sure how secure this little bit is on top. It doesn't seem to be falling off, but because it is just kind of hanging on there, I'm worried it's gonna fall off. Okay, so I'm gonna set that to the side for now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip probably into the black button shade. None of them are named, unfortunately, but yeah, so the black shade, maybe a little bit of this brown to blend it out. Realized I forgot to put on moisturizer. I'm feeling extra dry. Let's put on a little bit of spray. Alright, and if you are shocked, yes, I do not have eyebrows. I do remove them. I like to change up my brow shape every single day. So I am just going to go ahead and probably fast forward through real quick of me doing my brows just to show you kind of how these shades are working. I'm going to go ahead and take one of the little brushes that do come in this. This is the more kind of fluffy angled brush. These are so itty bitty, but I'm just going to try to blend out my brows in the front. To be honest with you, maybe not, sorry, I feel like I'm like so far away. Maybe not for this use, but I feel like if this brush was a little bit longer, I think I actually would like it. I feel like the size is really just reminding me of, like, if anybody, and I still think they make them this teeny in like CoverGirl blush and stuff like that, but for what I can see so far, the black is really pigmented. So let me go ahead and finish up the other side real quick. Okay, so I ended up finishing the brows, and I just did the rest of my, like, upper base like I normally would, just to kind of bring in real quick about my thoughts, I guess, with this little sponge. I would say it is a fine sponge. The only reason I'm really reviewing it is just in case you are one of the people who did buy this to really actively use this product. I just want you to feel like you're not wasting your money and to see what it's like. So the sponge does work. It is, again, super, super cute. I really do, you know, and I'll probably mention this several times throughout the video that this palette is definitely more for collector's purposes, at least in my opinion. But I still wanted to make this video to show you, you know, everything just in case you want to still use the palette. So I thought it'd be fun to do some swatches real quick. Let's do the big, like, more rectangle pans first, the larger ones. And then one thing to note with this tin, it is tin. I do know some people were wondering about that. The base is removable, which is exciting. Here are a couple of those swatches. I feel like these are really pastel except for the yellow, the green, and it's kind of a little powdery. But I would definitely say very nice and pigmented. This bright pink is so very interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely have to figure out a look. It's gonna be interesting. That is for sure. It does have some basic shades, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the skinnier rectangle shades. I really want to know, while you guys are seeing me do this, what are your thoughts about palettes like this? Do you think this is worth it? Do you think this is silly? Does cost have to do anything with it? I do know, I believe I'll check for sure. It might have already said, but I do believe this palette is only $23. So do you think that that is a lot? Especially, you know, it's hard to be like, oh my god, it's not that much. It almost feels that way, especially because makeup has really increased in prices very recently. So definitely let me know, do you think it is worth it? Because at least to me, it's more affordable. I would say these are swatching well. The blue, I feel like blues are always kind of tricky. We might actually use the blue in our look to see what we actually think. But the rest of those are swatching pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I think we'll do these three buttons first. Oh wow, the shimmers are not bad. So we got the black, which I wouldn't say it's a very strong black. It's more to me like a gray black, a blue kind of shimmer, and a green kind of shimmer. They're not that nice, but they're also not like bad. I do appreciate that. And then lastly, that black though, as I can tell, gonna stick around a little bit. And those are the last three buttons. All three of those are shimmers. Beautiful. Okay, so what do I want to do for my look? Or do I want to do two different eye looks? Maybe we'll do that because I want to at least work with all of the shadows. I really want to use the brushes, but I also kind of don't because I feel like this, here, I'll give you my 2 cents about the brushes. I feel like the quality is nice, at least what I can tell, and I have worked with pretty inexpensive brushes. They are really small, so that part really sucks. Like, I really do like this brush. It's like a little pencil brush, and we can always use it a little bit on my eyes. I'm just noticing, because I'm not used to using such a small brush, that it is harder. Talk about a challenge. That would be a makeup challenge. Doing your makeup with only small brushes. That would be, I feel like it'd be really hard to create like a good look, but I don't actually know. Maybe it wouldn't be. It might be something I'll have to think about. But as you see, it does work. And the other one, I feel like they're kind of, I would use them similarly if I'm honest. I would use both of these because I do have similar brushes in my collection. I would use both of these just to kind of apply like the smaller pencil one to apply like either lower lash line or to create that wing shape. And this one to apply my crease color. This to me does not give off blending vibes, and I mean, to be honest, it really is. I don't know if it's because it's so small. It's really hard to do, as you might see. That is my 2 cents with those. I'm just gonna stop using them. I do apologize if that bugs you, but I'm gonna go ahead and just delve in with my normal brushes I would use. So going back in with a bit more of that black. I will be curious to see if we can build the black up to get it to be a bit more pigmented, because I do notice a lot of times with certain blacks, you are able to build them up. You definitely can build it up, which I do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and see how the blue is gonna do. Taking one of these smallish brushes, dipping in to this blue shade. I'm gonna start working that into the front part of my eye. The pigment definitely is there. It's just more of a softer blue. I'm going to be curious to see if we can build it up. And I feel like you could layer it with the black to get it a bit deeper. I do like that this does have a black. I think a black is a really key shade in palettes if you want to deepen up certain shades. So I'm just going to go back in with my brush, just tapping on the blue, which I do think we will be able to get it there. I will just be curious if we will be able to keep that same blue strength. I'm tempted to pull in one of the pinks, but I don't know if that'll blend in very well with blue. But I think it could be fun. I think I'm gonna take the deeper of the pinks. I'm just gonna use the same brush. And it's working. I wouldn't say this is like the most killer formula, but it's not working. I think that's looking pretty nice. And for a little bit of fun, I am gonna go ahead and dip into the lighter pink. I'm gonna go ahead and take the white button shade. I'm gonna take that into the brow bone. I would definitely say these have like a nice sheen, almost more just like a nice light metallic. I am planning on using these as like blush and stuff like that too in this video, so you will see that. But I think it'll make a nice highlighter. I mean, that's actually like, hello? You can see that. There's no primer. That's nice. I am gonna take a little bit of this shade. Looks a little bit kind of pink. How do I feel about this one? I just think I just don't like that shade. It's kind of not my kind of pink, but we're gonna put a little bit of that in that front part. I feel like that's doing basically nothing. It could just be because it's such like a light pink. It's there, but it's, I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my Ladybug Glow Glitter, wait. I'm gonna get this eventually, Sparkle Primer. Oh my gosh, if you saw the video before this one. I did talk about their collection, including this primer, and I kept calling it like a spackle primer or a glitter glue, and yeah, horrible. Horrible, horrible. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take this flat brush. Just gonna tap that onto the eyelid. We are gonna go ahead and pick up this blue shade right here. Oh wow, hello. That's really pretty. So I'm gonna take another one of these smallish brushes. I'm gonna dip in with the brown shade. I'm really gonna try to use all the colors in this palette. The orange, that one's gonna be hard to use. Because I really wasn't planning on using orange with this look. I guess I could take some on the lower lash line. Oh, and the yellow. Fuck. Sorry, I didn't just say that, but oh my lord, I forgot. I don't know. Let's start with the brown. I could do an all matte look. Maybe I'll do an all matte for this one, and then I will film a separate short / TikTok of the other look, which will probably be coming out the following week. I'm gonna dip in with the orange shade. So I'm noticing that the orange is just, it's not bad, but it's struggling a teeny bit. I want the yellow to have definitely more of a fair advantage. So I am going to go ahead and take my NYX Jumbo pencil. You don't have to do this. You could use like a primer. I just noticed with certain bright shades, a white base. Just blend it out with my brush that I use for my concealer. Another kind of a fluffy flat brush, dipping in with this yellow. And I'm just going to stamp onto that white base. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my base makeup real quick, and then we will come back for like blush, highlight, all that fun stuff. I am back to do blush. I don't think these are supposed to be blushes. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just go in with one on each side. So I'm gonna go in with the more lighter pink on this side, and then we'll do the darker one on this side. Hopefully I don't look too crazy. I like that. Ooh, I like this one more though. Ooh. It's like really rich. It's really pretty. Heck yeah, that's cute. Okay, real quick. I need to hydrate my lips. I recently received from Ladybug Glow. I had bought a t-shirt, and this is free in there. I don't know if this is like that for everybody, but it didn't seem like it was like specifically for me. So like specifically meant just for me compared to other people. So I'm gonna assume everybody gets it, but I don't know if this is the shade. This says argan oil. I'm assuming this is not just straight argan oil, but I really don't know. But I do want to put a little thing on my lips. I don't really wear lip gloss that much, as you know if you're not new here, but I'm trying. I figure I don't really feel like putting a lip product on. We can just put a little bit of this on. It feels weird because it's not something I would normally wear, but I wanted to just throw it on there real quick. So we are time for a highlight. So I'm just going to take my favorite Real Techniques highlighting brush, and I will be using my Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist just to spray the brush after I get the product on the brush to see if we can get that really nice pigment. So I'm going to go ahead and take that white shimmer. I'll give her a little spray. This is not meant to be a highlighter. I just really like to see if my products are able to be multi-function, and that's actually really pretty. I like that. That's really pretty. And I feel like if you thought it was too powerful, you could definitely tone it down with your powder brush. But that's nice. It's like a really nice subtle glow. I don't feel like there's any other shades in the palette that I could use as a highlight. Maybe this pink. Let's try it. Screw it. We're already here. Let's try it. That one feels a bit more like subtle, but I still like it. It's a nice tone. That's cute. Let me know what you think. I like it. Okay, I know this video has been super random, so I do apologize. I just wanted to do something fun and just give you my thoughts or whatever. So real quick, let's go ahead and just give some final thoughts about this palette. So I really do actually think that this is a pretty nifty and cute little idea. I really think this is great for the makeup collector in your life. Would I advise it for younger people? I really don't know. I guess that's kind of more on your own discretion if you have young ones who are interested in wearing makeup. I definitely wouldn't say this is on a level of kid makeup. I think that anybody can use this. I would say though that the tools and stuff are more geared towards that kind of kid feeling, it does feel like. I personally really feel like the brand just made this to be a collector's piece, but I am happy to know that the products are actually good. And I don't personally hate how it is laid out. I think it does make sense for what they are trying to do, is that it kind of just is thrown in all together, like how these little tins would be if you had a sewing kit. That is it for me today. Let me know down below what you do think of a video like this. I probably won't be doing too many of them, but I just thought, hey, it'd be fun to talk about it. And honestly, for the price, you really can't beat it. So that is it for me. I will see you all on my next one. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, all that fun stuff. Okay, bye.